Hi, this is Reddit Confessions channel. The sound she made when the key didn't work was soft at first, almost comical. Like a confused animal tapping glass. Click, jiggle, click. Then a pause. Then again, clatter, twist, a little frustrated grunt. I was sitting just inside on the stairs, holding the replacement key in my palm. The one I had just installed in the new lock, still warm from my hand. Outside, I heard her heels scrape against the welcome mat, the one she picked out last spring that said, "Our happy place." The irony made my chest tighten. She tried the key again, and then her voice floated through the door, "Landon." I didn't respond. I let the silence settle. "What's going on?" she said again, voice sharper now. "Why won't the door open?" She knocked. Not hard, but firm. Then louder. "Landon, come on. It's cold out here. Stop messing around." I could see her through the side panel window. She had a to-go container in one hand, salad probably, something trendy and overpriced, and her phone in the other. Her hair was curled, her makeup perfect. I imagined a man who'd sat across from her at dinner, laughing, touching her hand, smirking, probably, thinking he was winning something. I didn't answer. Her phone lit up. She was calling me. I stared at the screen in my lap. Her name, her photo, the one I used to love. I answered, said nothing. "Landon," she snapped. "Why did you change the lock?" Quietly, I replied, "This isn't your house anymore." There was a pause. Then she laughed. Not nervously, not with regret, but with that same dry, patronizing laugh she used when I forgot something on her grocery list. "What are you talking about?" she said. "You said you were having dinner with Meg," I whispered. "That's what you told me." "Landon, open the damn door." "I did," I said, standing now, my legs shaking, not from fear or anger, but from the months of silence it swallowed whole. "I opened it 6 years ago." That shut her up. She stood frozen outside, the cold biting through her $1,000 coat, her heels sinking into the doormat. I waited. I wanted her to say something real. No performance. No manipulation. Just the truth. But all she gave me was, "You're being ridiculous. You can't just lock me out of my own house." There it was again. Her favorite defense. Ridiculous. She said it when I asked her why she never touched me anymore. When I broke down in the car last winter after she ignored my birthday. When I begged her to stop texting Theo at 1:45 a.m. on a Thursday. I placed my palm against the door and spoke clearly. "There's a hotel 2 miles down the road. They have rooms open. You should check in." Then I ended the call. She stood outside for a minute longer, then turned and walked away. And for the first time in months, maybe years, it was quiet. I didn't sleep much that night. I laid on the floor in the living room, Moose curled at my side, his breathing slow, safe. I wasn't crying. I wish I had. Tears would been easier. But what I felt was colder than grief, emptiness, shaped like a goodbye I'd rehearsed for too long. In the morning, I sat at the kitchen table staring at the half-eaten pasta I made the night before. The one she claimed she wasn't hungry for, still neatly covered in foil. She hadn't even touched it. That's when I made a decision. Not revenge, not pettiness, just a step. A clean, clear step out of the fog. She called 3 times before 10 a.m. I didn't answer. No voicemails. She wasn't the voicemail type. That would mean committing to words. By noon, I checked the doorbell cam footage. 6:42 a.m. She had returned. Stood at the door for 3 minutes. No knocking, just waiting. Then she looked directly into the camera and smiled. A soft, closed-lip smirk. Not apologetic. Not sad. Just cold. She walked away. That was the moment I realized she wasn't here to fix anything. She was here to win. I started packing her things in silence. No rage. No screaming. No tearing photos or burning clothes. Just folding. Her blouses. Her scarves. her boots carefully stuffed with tissue, labeled boxes. I took pictures of each label, sent them to her with one line: "Your things are ready. You can pick them up today between 5 and 6. After that, I'll leave them on the porch." She didn't respond, but she came. 5:02 p.m. Exactly. I watched her from upstairs. She rang the doorbell, wore the hoodie I bought her on our trip to Breckenridge, the one where we got snowed in for 3 days and made pancakes from scratch. I used to love that hoodie on her. Now it looked like camouflage. I opened the door slowly. She stared at me like I was a stranger. "You're really doing this?" she asked. I nodded. I already did. She looked at the boxes like they were insulting her. "This is dramatic. Maybe. But it's honest." Her eyes flickered. "Just for a second." She stepped forward. "Can we talk? Just for tonight?" "You had your night," I said. "Last night. With him." Her jaw clenched. Then she did something that told me everything. She looked past me into the house, not like she missed it, but like she was trying to decide what she could still take. "Did I leave my sunglasses in the bathroom?" she asked. I handed her the box marked bathroom misc and shut the door. No argument. No scene. Just the end. She left the boxes overnight. Didn't take them. Left them on the porch. Like bait. I didn't move them. I didn't chase her. I didn't call. I let the boxes sit until it rained. By morning, they were soaked through. Ink running. Cardboard sagging. I almost brought them in. But then I didn't. Because this was the closure she never gave me. Wet and cold and perfectly symbolic. She thought she was the strategist, the smart one. She always did. But she forgot one thing. I was watching the whole time. Weeks ago, I had already noticed the little lies, the patterns. I didn't hire a pie. I couldn't afford it. But I saw her location on our shared Netflix account. Watching from room 612, Western Inn. I called Theo. Not to fight. I sat across from him at a coffee shop near his office. I told him who I was. He didn't act surprised. Just said, "This is between me and Lena." "Not anymore," I replied. And I walked away. Quietly. Calmly. But not weakly. I filed everything. Mortgage papers. Bank records. Lease agreements. Clean. Precise. When she sent me a message the next day, "Can we talk?" I didn't answer. She sent 6 voicemails that night. 1 laughing. 1 crying. 1 threatening. 1 begging. 1 accusing me of rewriting history. And 1 whispering, "You don't get to be the victim." 2 days later, I met with her mother. I never liked her much. But she sent me an email that said, "Dinner." No pressure. I went. She served roast chicken. Asked nothing. Then said she was never going to stay. She told me she wanted the house. Thought if you shut her out first, she could play the victim. I nodded. She's never loved anyone more than herself, her mother said. And for the first time, I didn't defend her. I just left. Laurel came back 3 days later. Let herself in. With a copy of the old key. I found her standing in the kitchen, turning the blue mugs she once bought me over in her hands. "You're doing all this to punish me," she said. "No," I replied. "I'm doing it to protect myself." She tried one more move. "Who is she?" she asked. "There's no one," I said. "That's the point." Her face changed. Not with guilt. With curiosity. She left again. But this time, I knew she wasn't gone. The next morning, I woke up to a note under my pillow. Folded. Written in her handwriting. "You think you're safe because you have locks. But I know the parts of you that are still open." No signature. No apology. Just threat disguised as poetry. That day, I filed a police report. Changed every password. Spoke to a lawyer named Calvin, who wore worn-out shoes and spoke gently. "You don't owe anyone an explanation," he said. "You're allowed to reclaim your life." And so I did. She tried one more time. A letter in the mail. Typed. I still love the way you folded laundry. I shredded it. Then I walked Moose down to the park. She always hated, said the grass ruined her boots. Moose rolled in a puddle, barked at ducks. I laughed. Not because I was healed. Not yet. But because for the first time in years, I wasn't afraid.